Good morning and welcome to Paradise. After a sunny week where it has been paradise, it's a typical Newfoundland spring day today.
Yes, it certainly is.
It's windy, it's raining, everything's covered in 3 inches of slush, but we don't care. We're inside for the finals of the Under-18 Major Atlantic Hockey Championships. The Nova Scotia champs, the Halifax McDonalds, the New Brunswick champions, the Moncton Rallye Motors Nissan Flyers, set to do battle. One game to take it all. Hashtag Road to Telus. One team will go to Alberta to play for the national championships. My name is Matt Little. Nathan Edwards alongside me as we get ready for opening puck drop. Nathan, what do you expect out of this game?
Well, it's the final we expected between the Nova Scotia champion and the New Brunswick champion. I will mention my keys to the game at the next stoppage.
Absolutely, it is. You know, I joke, it's kind of the boring final. It's what we expected getting these two teams here, but we saw them yesterday, a 3-1 win for Moncton in a very close game, and I expect another very close, great hockey game here today. Moncton in white as the home team as they went 4-0 as we get the first shot of the game. Cooper Fleming keeping that out of the net. Moncton went 4-0 in the round robin. Halifax went 2-2 but survived the tiebreaker and got themselves here to this championship final game.
With help from Moncton, of all teams.
Absolutely, Moncton winning that final game. They essentially picked their opponent and they got the max. Along the boards, Moncton will get it back to the line. Allen tries to send it through. That's stopped off a leg. Allen will keep it in for the Flyers. Wheeler trying to get to it. It'll rope back to the line. Allen is knocking it in and then sent out by Zach Lorette of the Max. Max trying to change. Here comes Moncton on the rush. Shot by Richard goes up high and out of play with a deflection in front. Get those keys to the game. Sponsored by Justin Fancy Music.
I will start with the Halifax Max. This is from their coach written on the door down there. Every moment is a choice. And make it count. Make this game count in your trophy cabinets. Make this game count for you.
What a stop by Cooper Fleming as he took that one away from Noah Matulu up high with the glove. Cooper Fleming has played all but one game for the Max throughout this tournament. He has been very, very good. Matulu, one of those guys for the Flyers who's played a great game all the way throughout the tournament, but finally got rolling and got rewarded for it in the last game of the tournament as he started to get a couple of points. There's been a lot of guys on the Flyers where I've been legitimately surprised that there was no points on the board for them as teams come together. Kennedy got wiped out on the board. Referee's arm goes straight up in the air. He's calling boarding, and the linesman steps in between a couple of players to back them up. This is going to be feisty, and it's Matulu going to the box for 2 or less.
Great segue for my keys to the game for Moncton. Emotional discipline. Do not let the emotions of this game take hold and make you take penalties. And the other one, aggressive forecheck. This one's from their coach. You got to get on the Max defense early and often.
Moncton has several short-handed goals in this tournament as they win that face-off and send the puck all the way down the ice. Collette getting rid of it. Cooper Fleming will send it back up the boards, and here come the Max. On the attack down the right wing as Halifax carries in. It'll be sent around the wall. Zach Lorette waiting here on the near side for it. Lorette will send it into the corner. Brandon Abbas goes off of him and in behind the net. Halifax will change direction again. Moncton's going to get to the loose puck. They'll go for a skate. Patterson will carry down while his teammates change and take some valuable time off the clock. Out of the Halifax power play, 1:25 remaining.
Patterson's leading scorer.
McMinn.
Round robin.
McMinn sends it in for Halifax. Back at the line. Can they get there in time? No. This one will come out and Halifax will have to reset. Brought in over the line by Fletcher. Knocked off of his stick, and Boudreau will clear that into his own bench as he tried to send it down the ice. And that'll get us a play stoppage with 1:06 remaining in the boarding penalty against Noah Matulu of the Moncton Flyers. Just 2.5 minutes almost gone in this first period. Great crowd on hand to take this one in. Lots of fans made the trip from both New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, and I could see a lot of the players in the East Coast Blizzard, probably some of the Growlers here as well, taking this one in, although they're not in the final. Still watching things go down. First shot on by the Max is steered away and sent all the way down the ice. Number 29, Samuel LeBlanc, is in net for the Moncton Flyers today. We've seen Fleming, first chance to talk about LeBlanc as he makes his first save. McDonald sending the puck deep for Halifax. Round the boards by Martin, but held in. Shortle wasn't where they thought he was going to be on the point. That puck will come out. Bailey Shortle, he's got speed as he brings it right back in. Into the middle, Welsh. Out to the outside, trying to go low was Kennedy. Good stick save made by the keeper. And Halifax trying to send the defense off on a change. And that puck comes out. Then Power lost the handle on that one. Sanchez, he'll just put it deep. Killing the rest of the power play for only 15 seconds left for the Max. Welsh sends it through the middle. Moncton picks it off. They stay on side. One Martin waiting for the other to get outside the zone. Jack Martin wears number 4. And it's Marco Martin wearing number 12 for the Moncton Flyers as that one goes all the way down the ice. And we get an icing call against the Max. 3 minutes, 33 seconds gone in period 1, and the penalty against Matulu is over. We are 5-on-5 in a scoreless first period.
Bit of a feeling out process in this championship game, even though these two teams only took each other on about 26 hours ago. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, less than, well, somewhere around there, yeah.
26 because they played at 9.
That's right, they had the first game. I'm a little bit confused because Moncton played twice yesterday. They had to play the Pinnacle Growlers in the final game of the round robin. And you're right, 9 o'clock, they battled the Halifax Max yesterday.
And that game against Pinnacle Growlers did go down to the wire.
It did. Moncton ended up winning it 6-3. That was a 3-3 tie until just minutes left in the third period when Moncton finally broke it open and got ahead, not only breaking the hearts of the Growlers, but the Charlottetown Knights in the process.
Yeah, they're all rival in their league. For sure.
It was confusing because, of course, we had the teams at 2-2, and if it was just Charlottetown and Halifax 2-2, Halifax would win the tiebreaker because of the head-to-head. But the rules and how you do the tiebreaker changed when it was 3 teams. So if the Growlers had beaten Moncton, suddenly you had the 3 in there, and the team that won the tiebreaker and would have been playing today would have been Charlottetown. But the Growlers were unable to beat the Flyers as they went 4-0 in the round robin.
Now, don't discredit the Pinnacle Growlers. They did put up a good fight against the Moncton Flyers.
Again, that game was tied 3-3 until about 3 minutes to go in the third period. I'm not discounting anybody. Fantastic part of this tournament, every single team got at least one win. Right from the slot, not able to get that one in on goal as Cormier was in a good position. He had 2 goals yesterday in that win over the Growlers.
And which you've seen Brady Walsh and Regan Hiscock come alive a bit in that game as well.
McDonald for Halifax, moving it up the boards. Abbas from center, can't get past Gill, sends it right back in for Moncton. Halliday along the backboards, he'll leave it there for McDonald, but it's poked away from him. Picked up by Lonsbury. Into the middle, trying to get the backhand. Paulette over to the side. Oh, what a save by Fleming as he denied Wheeler in close. Wheeler right back on it. Paulette is still in the slot waiting for it. Moncton will send it back to the line. Send it through just wide of the goal.
As you mentioned, Zach Wheeler, the underager in this event. 14 years old.
And he's done absolutely amazing. The future bright for Wheeler as the puck taken away, and Halifax will bring it back out. Halliday to center. He's going to try and dump down the ice, but that hit a glove on the Moncton bench. That's going to get us a play stoppage. 14:39 remaining in period number 1. Final game of these championships. Room for 1 at the TELUS Cup.
Wheeler's also seen his draft stock rise at this event as well. So is Sean Hogan.
That's the whole point of this. Well, the point of this tournament is to help determine the national champion. But certainly a side benefit for these players is even if you can't win the trophy, you can increase your own stock with a good performance. They know eyeballs are on them. Hello to all of you watching on AOTV, putting your eyeballs on this product. The boys are performing with every ounce they've got. Zach Lorette carries it in on the left wing for the Max. He'll fire on goal and a save made by LeBlanc.
I'll add to that next stoppage.
In front, oh, Lorette unable to pull the trigger as he spun himself down. Moncton will bring it back out 3-on-2. Patterson, little tap of the stick, frustrated on the ice as he fell. And then down the ice go the Max. That's an icing call against Halifax, just short of 6 minutes gone in period 1.
I was speaking to some of the Halifax Max players before they came onto the ice for warm-up this morning, and they seemed ready to go. Also, their coaches and the coaching staff, along with them, are all ready.
Halifax played, they had the day where they had 2 games in the opening day of the tournament, and they dropped a game against the Pinnacle Growlers. Close one, they did. Then took on the host team, the East Coast Blizzard, in another very close hockey game in the nightcap. Halifax survived that one, got the win, and another close game against the Charlottetown Islanders. That was a 1-goal game as they beat the Knights in that one. So Halifax with their second win. And again, like you said, they fell yesterday morning against Moncton in a close 3-1 hockey game. So Halifax has played it tight every single game throughout this tournament, and we expect nothing less today as Welsh takes his man into the backboards.
And that was expected between the maritime provinces.
The rivalry is eternal between Halifax and Moncton.
Yes.
Believe me, I lived it for many years. There is true animosity between the clubs. Martin tries to play it into the middle, knocked away by Halifax, but into the body of Jack Martin. Now into the corner. Lonsbury tries to get it out in front. It will be taken and put back to the line by Finnegan. Shot through. That did get through. Halliday was in front, but it got all the way through to the goaltender. Fleming was able to cover it up as we get another pushing and shoving match. That's Fletcher in there with Marco Martin. The linesman will pull those two apart. Referee getting everyone to head back to their benches.
I'm only an outsider. I've lived in Newfoundland all my life, born in Newfoundland all my life, and I can tell these two teams do not like each other, especially the two cities. You lived it in Valley.
Yeah, always the, well, I've been all over Nova Scotia, and always the great rivalry between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick in general, Halifax and Moncton in particular.
Even in the queue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Moncton is, Fredericton is the capital. St. John's got a lot going on in New Brunswick as well, but Moncton is really it's what the people in Nova Scotia think of when they think of New Brunswick, because they like to go to the zoo or to the water park in Moncton and get away for the long weekend. But that's what they think of when they think of New Brunswick is just Moncton, and then Halifax is double the size. So Halifax might have a bit of a superiority complex there.
Yeah.
Here is Halifax. Shot on. O'Coin. Good save by LeBlanc. Gill sends it around the boards. McMinn waiting for it for Halifax as he puts it back in behind the net. O'Coin will go after it for the Max. Stuck in the corner with Richard. More players come in to help out. Richard will come away with it, get it ahead to Sanchez. Sanchez playing it in. He wasn't to center. That is going to be icing against the Moncton Flyers. 11:53 remaining in period one. Shots are 6-4 in favor of Moncton. Moncton in the white. They are the home team thanks to that 4-0 record they had in the round robin, so they get last change for this final.
Samuel LeBlanc has played really well in this tournament for the Moncton Flyers. How many games has he played so far?
The Moncton goaltender split 2-2 throughout the tournament.
Same as every other team except for the Max.
Except Halifax, yes. Liam Fury, a rookie goaltender with the Max, and he did well. He was the goaltender that got the win over the East Coast Blizzard, got Halifax's first win of the tournament. So certainly no shade thrown at Liam Fury, but they have leaned on Cooper Fleming throughout these championships.
Must have lit the fire under Fleming with the win.
Shot in from the blue line. That'll be gloved down by Fleming. He'll leave it for the defense. Asbridge takes it in behind the net. Sends it around to the other side. Nobody home. Intercepted by Patterson. The Moncton captain gets to the front. Backhand. And they cover it up. Well, that'll be put into the net. But A, the whistle had gone. B, the net was off. Certainly no controversy on whether or not that's a good goal.
No controversy from the benches this time. As this game is growingly into a goaltending duel between LeBlanc and Fleming.
It very well may be the case. Again, 3-1 yesterday between these two teams. Certainly they have lots of offensive weapons, but both of these goaltenders are very good. This could easily be 2-1, just as easily as it could be 8-5. We will see who wins the day, be it the goaltenders and the defense, or will the offensive stars come out to shine. The pass over to Kennedy. Kennedy sends it. That missed. Big rebound off the backboards. Didn't get to the front of the net. Pops up in the air. Kennedy not able to control that rolling puck on his stick to get a shot from in front of the net. In behind the Moncton goal, Fletcher pressing. He had a lot of points throughout the round robin as well. Back to the line, Halifax keeps it in. As they play it in here along the boards, Fletcher still fighting for it for the Max. Back at the line, Halliday there to keep it alive for Halifax as it goes around the wall. Collette trying to get it out for Moncton. He's hemmed up along the boards. Halifax with some good pressure in the offensive zone. They've got to chase again. Well, never mind. Looked like that puck was going to go behind the net, but it got to the side, and LeBlanc decided he had seen enough of that and covers it up. We'll get a face-off in the Moncton zone with 10:29 to go in period one.
And it seems like rookie goaltenders have been taking over this tournament with Sean Hogan for the East Coast Blizzard and Fury on the Halifax Max, I do believe.
Backhander up over top of the net. As Halifax just misses the mark on that one, Moncton will look to come out of their zone. They'll get it ahead, Martin. Marco Martin knocked down as he came over the blue line. Puck's still deep, though. And play is stopped. Did they bump that net and knock it off again, Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a storyline throughout this tournament. Max Twitter has certainly brought it up more than once. The
Max Twitter is the funniest account on social media. If you haven't followed them yet, I suggest you do it.
All the teams in this tournament very active on social media, promoting their players as much as possible. I mean, that's what it's all about. But the Max, you do get maybe a little more entertainment value than some of the others. And that's said by one of the guys who runs a Twitter account for one of the other teams.
And I have asked the Max some questions before they leave about how they do all that stuff. So, to improve some of the social medias in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador.
9:45 to go in period one as Ellis keeps it in at the blue line for the Max. Arnold trying to get it out in front for Shortle. Knocked away, but Shortle will get possession on the board. Back to Ellis. He'll drive one wide of the goal. Moncton will pick it up in their own end, bank it out. Want to go off the boards and out of the zone. Lonsbury pressing as Halifax does a nice job to just box him out with the body, keep him away. Bailey Shortle doing the job. Here's Ellis lifting a high one in for the McDonalds all the way to the backboards. Ellis follows Boudreau in there, gives him a shove. Lorette couldn't find it for Halifax. Back to the line, Moncton will get it out. Coming down the ice is White along with Finnegan. Gives it to Finnegan on the wing. Shot save made by Fleming. He doesn't know where it is! Wide of the net before players crash into it.
The players on both sides crashed into that net.
No fault on the net pegs on that one. That wasn't a minor bump. That was multiple players sliding into it. But the puck did go wide of the net before those players from both teams went in. So 9:06 to go in period one. Shots are 10-5 in favor of Moncton as we get a little squirt with the water bottle onto those posts, try to keep it in place. Fleming is set, and we are back underway in this final game. Championship final of the Atlantic region between Halifax and Moncton. One spot at the TELUS Cup up for grabs. White keeping it in for the Flyers, at least momentarily. That one will be lifted into the rafters. It falls back down to play stoppage with 8:45 to go in period number one. Again, thanks so much for joining us on AOTV. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcasts all throughout this tournament. I've been very glad to be a part of it. East Coast Blizzard as the host team, and I'm the voice of that squad, so ended up in this role and couldn't have been happier about the whole thing. This tournament several years ago was awarded to Corner Brook on the western coast of Newfoundland, but was moved over here to the East Coast and the Avalon in the St. John's region. As we live in a COVID world, and lots of things have changed over the last number of years, haven't they? Whether we want to admit it or not. Shot save made off the mask of Fleming. Had to be sharp on that one. Always rattles you just a little bit when you get it up high. Moncton intercepts back in, then Cormier blew a tire. Halliday able to play it away. Only to center. Allen sending it right back in. Halifax back in their own zone. Max McDonald sends it up. Connected with his man into the middle for Abbas. Moncton gets a defensive stick in the way, not allowing Brandon Abbas to get the puck right in front of the net. Good decision. Abbas has been deadly in this tournament from the slot. He's got a big body. He's hard to move from in front of the net, and he spent a lot of time just in the slot, especially on the Max power play. As Kennedy carries into the wing. Didn't get anything on that one as Gill was in front of him. The two of them will go behind the net. Kennedy applies the body. Played out looking for Kennedy. That'll go off a stick of the Flyers, but stays inside the zone. Now turned over to Moncton, turned back over to Halifax to the front of the net. Not able to knock it home. Halifax did have a man in front of the goal. That was Fletcher. Back down the ice comes Collette, trying to find a way around McMinn. Collette cuts to the front of the net. They'll jam away, and they got it. Guess who? Luke Patterson. He is pumped. Luke Patterson continues to add to his tournament scoring lead. He leads in both goals and points as he gets his first here of the final. 1-0 Moncton Flyers. Just a great job by Colette to drive to the front of the net. And Patterson there to clean it up. They gave Wheeler an assist, despite the fact that it was Colette that did all the work and got that puck to the front of the net.
And as I continue my first intermission interview series, I'll have treasurer of the Newfoundland Labrador Under-18 League joining me.
All right, we look forward to talking to Colin Stuckless later. Appreciate all the efforts and the hard work you're doing here, Nathan, but take a breath, buddy. 6:30 to go. Moncton in front, 1-0 on Halifax as Halliday sends it through. That one did get through to the net. Halifax back to the line. Good quick stick to keep that one alive.
I seen that goal by Patterson from ice level. It was a quick shot. Very quick.
Everything he does is quick.
Certainly. Leading goal scorer keeps it up.
Halifax knocks it in, sent right back out. Hendrickson sending it down the ice for Moncton, and that is going to be an icing call against the Moncton Flyers. Face-off comes back to the left side of our camera with 6:09 to go in period one. Game is flying by here in this first period.
Very much so. It's a quick game. Goaltender's duel up until that point.
Still is.
Still very much is between LeBlanc and Fleming.
But shots are 12-6, double in favor of Moncton as they lead the Max 1-0 here in the first period. Still anybody's game, lots and lots of hockey to go. Moncton comes down the wing, it'll be sent in. Touched with a high stick, but then, play is blown down. Finnegan was trying to get into the offensive zone for the Moncton Flyers.
Bit of a delayed call by the officials.
Take a moment to say thank you very much for all of the support to some of our sponsors throughout this tournament. Sponsor for today's game, of course, the final is Justin Fancy Music. Understand Justin's got a new single out as well. You can find his latest single, Better Than You, on all streaming platforms today. So thank you very much, Justin Fancy Music, for being our sponsor here for the championship game of this tournament as the Max go offside with 5:37 to go. It comes right down to we've had wonderful support from all of our sponsors all throughout this tournament. We're going to take a moment while we get the playback underway to go through them now. Sportscraft, thank you so much. NL Kubota. Kubota's got a new location coming up as well. That'll be at 15 Niels Way, just off Kenmount Road, so you can visit Newfoundland Kubota at their new location. Also, thanks to East Point Plumbing and Heating, Menchie's, Hickey's Building Supplies, Horizon Homes, MWT Pro Management Services, Nutralon, Mount Pearl Dental, Island-wide Promotions, and as mentioned, Justin Fancy Music. Thank you to all, and support the companies who support minor sports in your community.
Certainly is a great helping sponsors of this tournament.
Cooper Cormier pushed off the puck, wasn't able to get a shot away as it's cleared back out. Moncton will fire it in. Cormier will go back off on a change instead of just tagging up. Both teams getting fresh legs out on the ice. Inside 5 minutes to go in period one. Sent across ice by McMinn, finds his target. Kennedy passes a bit too far as he was trying to hit Fletcher. Fletcher looks to put it in front of the net, not able to get it there. Moncton up the wall, back to the line. Halliday keeps it in for the Max. Big shot, goes off a leg. Just out of the range of Patterson. He'll pick it up off the wall as Patterson cuts to the front of the goal. Tried to lift it over the keeper, but no, and it's up and out of play. Patterson, ever so dangerous, picks up that loose puck on the boards, and all of a sudden, he's racing toward the net.
Patterson went ahead of steam yet again as this top line for Moncton keeps on rolling.
Patterson, Collette, and Wheeler, as you mentioned, the underager. Youngest player at these championships, isn't he?
Yes, 14 years old.
Very impressive. Long shot goes wide of the net as the aforementioned Wheeler playing it into the corner. Patterson comes in to help out. Got the puck back to Wheeler, but it's chopped off his stick. Gill follows up, tried to put it on net. That didn't work. Halifax off the glass. Abbas getting it back to the line, but pressure by Moncton. Now it is flipped up and comes down to the front row, and a young fan will pick up a souvenir.
Playing up a level, for sure. as this would have been his under 15 year.
Yep.
Couple of years. And he's adapted really well.
To be able to be playing on the top line, not just playing up a level at U18, but playing on the top line at U18 of one of the best programs around at U18.
Yup. One of the best programs in the Maritimes.
No matter who you're cheering for in this hockey game, the fact is the trophy was sitting out in the lobby throughout these championships over the last number of days. I know I've had a close look at it, and it says Moncton Flyers and Halifax McDonalds more than once already on it.
Yup.
As Martin looks to go to the net, he's cut off. Following up, Boudreau. Good save by Fleming as he picked that one up. Moncton down below the red line. Martin getting it back out. Hendrickson just keeping it alive for the Flyers as he puts it back behind the net. McMinn is there for Halifax and moved over to Ellis, who has a little time and space. Ellis sending it through. It'll bounce down the ice. No one's going to catch up to that one. Icing call against the Max with 3:17 to go.
For once.
No, it didn't. Avoided all the banners, avoided the rafters. Did not avoid the icing call.
No.
So stoppage with 3:17 to go in period number 1.
Yeah, one of the first times in a while that an Atlantic Championship was hosted in Newfoundland Labrador, and the Newfoundland team hasn't won. For some of the players that play on the East Coast Blizzard and the Pinnacle Growlers have won twice when hosting.
All at different levels, working their way up through.
With the Tricom Thunder.
Nice job by Powers. He skated in, took a shot blocked off of Hendrickson. The two of them will go to the backboard. Power pushed out of the way by Boudreau. Jean-Philippe Boudreau moving it off the boards for Moncton. That'll get by Lorette. Asbridge got to hustle back with Finnegan all over him. Asbridge ends up taking Finnegan into the glass. He's trying to protect that puck in his skates. Finnegan turns away from Asbridge, gets control, throws it out in front off the goaltender's stick. Trying to cause some havoc for Sanchez to jump onto. Sanchez not able to put it home. Allen kept it alive at the line. Blocked by Lorette. Puck will be snagged by the Max. Asbridge will skate the center. He's going to send it down, and everybody in red and yellow will change.
Lorette has been a very strong defender for the Max this tournament.
He's got a big body, so I mean he's a forward, but he can certainly make blocks and do the defensive work as well. Helpful when you've got that extra frame to be able to do it. Here comes Abbas. Speaking of big frames, down the left wing. Abbas taken into the boards. Good hit by Allen. Max come up with it into the middle for Kennedy. And Moncton skated through in front of the net, took that one away before it got to their keeper. Heads up by Cooper Cormier. Max reversing direction back to the neutral zone. That'll bounce off of Abbas. They'll chase it over to the wall. Cooper Cormier under pressure from Kennedy, who won the puck for Halifax. Fletcher into the middle. Kennedy trying to send it back to the line for Halliday. Blocked up as Cooper Cormier was all over Kennedy. Now a little time and space for Halifax. Abbas. Kennedy not able to pull the trigger on a sharp angle shot. Inside 90 seconds to go in this first period as Moncton gets it down the ice. Both teams making a change as Fleming stops it behind his goal for the Max. Halliday moving it to Welsh. Welsh carries up over the line. All the way into the corner. Welsh throws it at the goal. We've seen some goals in this tournament from right on the red line, almost straight 90 degrees at the goal. Sometimes you hit that goalie just in the back, the perfect little spot, and it'll bounce in. Not this time.
We certainly have.
Stays 1-0. Moncton Flyers with just 1:06 to go in this first period. LeDrew, Welsh, O'Coin, Ellis, and McMinn out there for the Max, and they're actually going to bring the face-off back outside the line.
And don't forget to stick around for the first intermission with my interview with Colin Stuckless of the annual U18 League.
Puck dropped. Patterson's stick broke as he tried to win that face-off. He tosses the bits and goes off. And as it was shot in, that was off the blocker of LeBlanc and straight up and out of play. Exactly 1 minute to go here in period 1. And this time the face-off will be inside the Moncton zone. Patterson's got new lumber as he comes in to take the face-off against Welsh. Moncton able to get control of this one. It'll bounce down the ice. Does it have the legs for icing? No. Halifax back there to pick it up. And back down the ice the other way. Did O'Coin touch that? Doesn't matter. No icing. Goaltender stopped it for the D.
I'll have a story about a broken stick in a moment.
Heads up, Patterson on the right wing. Patterson stopped by Ellis. Still got the pass across. It hopped over the stick of Collette. Collette puts it on goal. Patterson's in front. Couldn't find it in time. Halifax still can't clear the zone. Gill tries to take a shot, blocked by O'Coin. Gill will throw it back in, goes behind the net. 18 seconds remaining in the period. As Collette looks to get it in front one more time. Wheeler reaching out for it, gets knocked down on the wall, but Collette follows up with possession. Inside 10 seconds, that'll hop over the stick of Richard and go back out to center. Richard will just backpedal into his own end for the Moncton Flyers, and they'll take the 1-0 lead into the first intermission.
I will say that broke into 6 stories for the second period.
All right, we look forward to that. Shots were 15-6 in favor of the Moncton Flyers over the Halifax Max through one period of play, and the only goal of the game goes to Patterson, assisted by Wheeler. It was Collette that brought the puck to the front of the net, but it officially goes down. Patterson from Wheeler, and that makes it 1-0, and the New Brunswick fans in full voice.
As
Here
is 1-0.
Yeah, here in Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador. 1-0, and let's take a break as we await our intermission guest, Colin Stuckless, will be joining us in just a few.
And thank you very much to the Secretary and Treasurer of the NLU18 Major Hockey League joining me here now, Colin Stuckless.
Hey Nathan, good to join you.
So, speaking of the Atlantics event, hosting an event in Newfoundland and Labrador, what challenges go into that for the league in getting this on the go?
Well, actually, the way it works is, there's a host committee put together by the host team, which in this case was our East Coast Blizzard franchise. So the Blizzard franchise under the Lees, they put together most of the logistics. They work with Hockey Newfoundland and Labrador. And, it's just getting the teams in, getting them settled in hotels, making sure they got their transportation sorted. We got the schedule sorted. And just a couple fellas behind the scenes are running around just to make sure everybody is good to go on game day, essentially.
I've also seen you down around the glass hanging out with other league officials. How has that been?
Yeah, we've got, heading into this tournament, we started to meet with our counterparts on the executive from the New Brunswick PEI League and the Nova Scotia League. And so we used to have a weekly Sunday night meeting with the presidents of those two associations. And it's just to get to know those guys and make sure when they came down that we had a bit of a relationship established. And they worked out that their two teams are in this final, and one of those guys is going to get to go to the TELUS Cup, depending on the outcome of this one. So it was good to get to know those guys, and I'm sure in future years when it's hosted in PEI or New Brunswick or Nova Scotia, we'd like to get up and see how they do the same event, right? And
speaking of the Newfoundland teams, what did you think of their performances in this championship?
We've had ups and downs, obviously. Both the Blizzard and the Growlers had some fantastic games. Certainly they competed well. They were unlucky in some circumstances and lucky in others, and it seemed like just late in the game a couple of times when they went into that third period with a lead, that's when you got to have that extra bit of maybe composure, extra bit of conditioning, and you got to know how to just close it out in a tight game. And unfortunately, in a couple of those circumstances, our guys didn't quite get it done. But these kids, they learn from those experiences, right? They carry that experience into the next opportunity to compete, and that's all you hope for. I thought both teams showed extremely well all weekend.
And thank you very much, Colin, for joining me in this intermission.
Thank you, Nathan.
We'll be back in about 12 minutes for the drop of the second period.
Thanks.
Paradise Double Ice Complex is electric as the teams make their way back out onto the ice for period number 2. It's the U18 Major Atlantic Hockey Championship Final, and the Moncton Rallye Motors Nissan Flyers lead the Halifax McDonalds by a score of 1-0 after 20 minutes. Nathan, what do you think of that first period? What do you think we're going to see here in period 2?
Strong period by both teams, especially the leading goal scorer, Patterson, yet again getting another goal.
Yep, Patterson with, I'm not sure if that was updated. I don't think it was. He had 7 goals coming into this, I do believe, so give him 8 now, and that'll give him 11 points as well. He was on 7 goals, which was the tournament lead, and he had 10 points, which was the tournament lead coming into this.
As we have 48 seconds to go for the puck drop.
Yeah, so he increases both of those. Closest competition to that, his teammate Philippe Colette has 7 points as well, 3 goals and 4 assists, not to be outdone. Over for Halifax, Jacob Fletcher, who was pretty quiet in that first period, had a couple of looks. He's got 5 goals and 4 helpers for 9 points, so certainly knows how to find the back of the net as well. A number of Macs on 4 points. Ledrew, Shortle, and Abbas all have 4 as well.
And again, over this tournament, you get to meet a lot of people. I was talking to the Max equipment manager. One of the players had broken one of his last sticks, so his parents had to run to a local sports shop to get a stick. In another game, he broke it 24 hours later, so they had to get another stick.
Hey, you're allowed to say Sportscraft. They're one of our sponsors.
They are one of our sponsors, Sportscraft.
We're back underway in period number 2. Max driving it through from the point. That's wide of the net. Lorette's going to chase it down here. Played into the corner. Martin. Jack Martin, number 4. Marco wears number 12. Several double names on Moncton, so I have to clarify who I'm speaking about. Here goes Colette. He'll get himself to center and send the puck down the ice. He's going to win the race against McDonald. Knows the hit is coming. Takes it to protect the puck on the wall. Lorette trying to dig it out from him as well. Lorette all over the back of him. Wheeler in there to help it out for Moncton. He'll get it back to the line. Martin kept it in on the blue paint. Fired it wide of the net. Bouncing up in the air, it'll be found by Abbas of Halifax. And Brandon Abbas will send it out. Here is Fletcher, we just talked about, sitting on 9 points in the tournament. Would love to get to 10. Comes in to grab the puck for the Max, but instead it's the other way. Max will make a line change as Moncton picks it up. Here's Noah Matulu, bringing it in on the right wing, offside. Marco Martin jumped, trying to go toward the net, and moved just a tiny bit too early. Yeah, great atmosphere in the building, and as predicted, plenty of players from the local Newfoundland teams in the building as well, taking this one in.
The Tribe and Osprey have shown up.
Everybody's here.
Yes, except for Central Impact and Western Kings.
It's a bit of a drive.
Just a bit.
Well, Moncton Flyers with a great chance to make it 2-0.
Lonsbury just missed wide.
Yeah, just got away from the goaltender. Lonsbury not able to cash it in. Ledrew puts it into the middle of the ice. Nobody there in red. Moncton will send it back with Gill firing the puck deep. Here goes Lonsbury again. Lonsbury trying to center it into the front of the net. Taken away by the Max. They'll get it ahead to Arnold. Arnold had it chopped off of his stick as he came over the blue line. Halifax pressure. Trying not to let the Flyers clear the puck. And they won't initially, at least, as it goes in behind the Moncton net. Gill will move it to the wing. Good quick move into Lonsbury. Skates out wide to the right side, just plays the puck in around. He'll go off in a line change as Halifax picks it up behind their goal. Long lead pass for the Max. Ledrew chipping it in. That'll allow him to get off in a line change as Moncton picks it up deep in their own end. Back up to Finnegan, waiting at the blue line. Finnegan moving the puck forward. Stopped up at the blue line. It'll come back to Finnegan. Big kick save. Big puck came out. Shot up high into the glove this time around of Fleming as he takes that one away from Cam White. 2:15 gone in period 2. Still 1-0 Moncton Flyers. Shots are 18-6 in favor of the Flyers. So 3-0 in this second period so far, but we're very early on. Flyers controlling the bulk of the early play in this hockey game. Halifax getting their chances. Slipping on that one, but Bailey Shortle wins the puck back along the boards. McCullough for Halifax knocks it down, doesn't let the Flyers clear. McCullough bumps into Boudreau, but Moncton got it away. Then White is shown his seat by Shortle. Here's Boudreau on the attack for Moncton. Boudreau shot that right into the lower chest of the goaltender. Fleming makes another stop.
And again, as a theme for the tournament for the Moncton Flyers is running up the shot count. It is now 19-6 in favor of the Flyers.
Pucks on net. There's no such thing as a bad shot on net.
No, there isn't.
I believe it was one in the game between these two teams yesterday where there was one thrown in from like just outside the blue line, and it beat Fleming up high and went into the top corner of the net. And it was, 99 times out of 100, the goaltender easily makes that save. That was the 100th time. You never know when it's time number 100.
No, you never know.
So you throw it toward the net, and sometimes good things happen.
Just throw it at the net. Sometimes it can go in the back of the net.
Centering pass by Moncton goes all the way back to the point. Shot through by Allen, and another good save made by Fleming as he sees that one through the traffic in front. It's 20 shots for the Flyers. 19 of them turned away by Fleming in the Halifax goal. Right off the draw, that one will be slapped off a defensive stick and go up and out of play. We'll do the face-off over again inside the Halifax end. Now that went off the stick of Wheeler, so the face-off's going to come back outside the blue line. That's the right call.
Top line of Collette, Patterson, and Wheeler back out again.
Patterson able to force it in off the face-off, but the Flyers don't get control. Halifax sending it out. Halifax moving it into the offensive zone, but Lorette has a wall of white shirts in front of him. Hard to chase down that puck. Good move to get it around before Brandon Abbas could throw the hit. Moncton moving it back in. That'll go off a body and all the way to the back wall. Collette unable to get even control. It'll come back out to center, and Abbas knocks it away from Martin. Abbas follows it to the back. Played out in front. Fletcher right there, unable to strike. Great chance. Great chance for Fletcher. Martin back the other way. Dished off to Patterson, and his shot goes off a defensive stick up high and out of play. 4 minutes and 6 seconds gone in the second period as another faceoff is coming up inside the Halifax end. Final game of the Atlantic Championships. Teams battling for a spot at the TELUS Cup National Finals coming up next month in Alberta.
Where the host Sydney Mitsubishi Rush,
of course,
is awaiting.
That well-known part of Alberta, industrial Cape Breton. Sadly, we do live in a COVID world, and it's caused some changes. It has for years, and it's still doing so. It's frustrating, but as I've already said on these broadcasts, player safety, safety of our officials, our parents, our fans, the off-ice staff that help put these things together. Safety is paramount for everybody, and you've got to be able to control things. As that shot zings just up high from Matulu.
Both national championships, the SO Cup and the TELUS Cup, will be happening at the same time.
Lonsbury just not able to get past that last defender as he was stealing the puck away. Richard sends it through some traffic from the point. And now another point shot. Fleming made the save. Oh, didn't know where it was, and it's slapped out of the air by his defense.
And it's played by a high stick, but they'll take that at any time.
They'll take that indeed. Fleming made the save. The puck went up. He had no idea where it was coming, and it was going to hit him in the back and go in the net. What hand-eye coordination by the defender.
Certainly so.
Probably plays baseball in the offseason.
Yeah, speaking of baseball season that is coming up.
As the DJ hits the final countdown by Europe. You're not wrong. Matulu just offside. Lonsbury had not cleared the zone. Offside against the Moncton Rallye Motors Nissan Flyers. These two teams, classes of their province the entire way through the season. Moncton was the top team in the New Brunswick Prince Edward Island Under-18 Major Hockey League. Halifax was the top team in Nova Scotia, both in the regular season and the playoffs, to get themselves here. They've outlasted the Charlottetown Knights from Prince Edward Island and two teams from Newfoundland and Labrador, the host East Coast Blizzard and the champions, the Pinnacle Growlers, who were certainly not an easy out throughout the season, only lost a handful of times. Shot up high. Not sure Fleming saw that one, but it's over top of the net. Arnold will take it for the Max, move it ahead. Onto the stick of O'Coin, but he's dealing with Gill, who took the puck away.
And it wasn't an easy road either for the Halifax Max as well.
No, they dropped a game in the opening round against the bottom seed in the South Shore Mustangs, as that one goes up and out of play. So a little scare in the opening round, settles things down. They cruised from there into the final, where they ran into the Cape Breton West Islanders. The Cape Breton West Islanders had played the maximum amount of games in the first round and the second round, and they managed to take one for the Max as well and forced game 4 in Port Hood that the Max managed to squeak out and take that best of 5 series in 4 games and book their spot here. Moncton had an easier road through the playoffs, or at least they made it look easier, as they swept the opening round 4-0 against the Northern Moose. And then Moncton, on points, it was 8-1 in the final series against St. John Vitoes. The only point that Moncton allowed St. John to get in that series was in an overtime Moncton win.
I was speaking to some players and coaching staff from the Max about playing in Port Hood, and it's not an easy place to play.
No, it's not. Port Hood, the Al McInnes Center, as that hit the outside of the net. Every time the netting ripples, fans start to come out of their seats.
As you may know more about that place than me.
At the Al McInnes Sports Center in Port Hood, it's an old tin can, and there's nothing wrong with that because you get that great atmosphere. Everybody is just right on top of the ice in that building, basically. Not the best place to watch a stream out of because it was certainly built before cameras were ever taken into consideration, as we get a save by LeBlanc. And the Halifax fans start to come alive as they provide a little pressure. And it is certainly a real fortress for the Cape Breton West Islanders, who not that long ago were Telus Cup champions themselves.
Yeah, going through Port Hood at the Al McInnes Center is not a fun place to play, apparently.
So face off to the right side of the Moncton net. In the skates before Halifax finally gets wood on it was Fletcher. Reversing directions, Lorette puts it behind the net. Moncton will send it around. Pressure from Ellis. Drives into his man, but Moncton cleared the puck. Take the hit to make the play. Passes behind Fletcher. He'll take it off the boards and put it in for the Halifax McDonalds. Abbas along the back wall with Martin. Martin able to get it away over to the side. Wheeler will pick it up there and move it forward. Jack Martin again knocking it in before making a line change. And I need to see that every once in a while with my own 2 eyes, seeing number 4 from Moncton actually go off the ice. Sometimes he's one of those guys I swear plays 60 minutes.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of players like that in this tournament, those very valuable defenders that just always seem to be on the ice for their team and never put a skate wrong, and Martin is in that conversation.
Certainly. Seems like most defenders on these 2 teams do not come off the ice.
Here's McMinn. Back in his own end for Halifax. Moves it forward for Fletcher. Fletcher, good little tip up to Shortle. Shortle takes a shot. That's off Gill. Up and out of play. Moncton not letting Halifax go toward the net. They made some good blocks. Max have just 2 shots in almost 8 minutes of this period, and only 8 shots so far total in the hockey game. They've had more time than that in the offensive zone. You'd think there'd be some more shots, but the defenders doing a good job getting bodies and sticks in front of the opportunities for the Max. Moncton off the glass and out. Chance for Matulu. 2-on-1. He's got Lonsbury with him. Matulu takes a shot himself, kept out by Fleming. Back in front of the net. The Max are going to get sticks on that one to clear. Chance to counterattack. 3-on-2 for Halifax. Sam Ledrew trying to play the puck in. Hendrickson. Not easy to get past either. All the way in behind the net. Lonsbury will pick it up for the Flyers. Lonsbury ahead for Matulu. Bounces off his stick. Linesman's arm is up in the air. They will not call icing those. The players get there. Halifax in their own end. Back to the line. Hendrickson keeps it in for the Flyers. Martin and Matulu in the corner. Ellis comes in, throws the body. Power in there as well, battling for Halifax. Hendrickson keeping it in again with the skate for the Flyers as they shove Shortle and kept in at the blue line. Moncton going to hustle a line change as Asbridge goes back behind his net for the Max. Laid ahead for Ledrew, trying to get it past Boudreau. Stopped it up. They get back on side quickly. White took a bump and was not able to get quickly inside the zone. Back in by the Flyers. Fleming out behind his net for the Max. He'll send it around. And then back in behind the goal. Power is there. Joe Power Trying to move it around into the corner, but he's got 2 flyers on him causing problems. Sanchez being a real pain for him to get past. And Moncton keeps it in again. White there at the blue line. Sanchez tried to go top corner, put it up high. Goaltender drifted way out of the net too as he came across to challenge Sanchez. In front, Sanchez missed, and then White got nothing on his shot. Halifax takes it away. In front for Ledrew. Martin lifts his stick. Power has a hack at that puck, couldn't clear it, but it rolled down to the goaltender before anyone else could get there. That'll be covered up by Fleming, looking to face off inside the Halifax end of the rink with 10:21 to go in period 2. The score the same as it was when we started the period. Flyers 1, Max 0.
Certainly been a fast period.
And that shot didn't miss by much as Moncton let it go off the draw. That was Cooper Cormier. Max trying to pound this one out. That hit the linesman. Going to get us another play stoppage here. And the 4 guys in stripes on the ice can't help but be in the way once or twice during a hockey game.
Yeah. Not much room out there.
We approach the halfway point of the game and still a 1-goal hockey game. Moncton have been the aggressors, but one shot could change things. And Cormier trying to change things with a shot. He's denied in tight. Point shot off the bar. Hit the post as Conrad Allen let the point shot go. Moncton that close to getting an insurance goal. Halifax will get it out. Arnold sees it. Moncton was making a change. Arnold will pick it up. The defenders are back. Arnold to the other side, and they score! Kennedy! 1-1 hockey game.
You said one shot can change a game, and a bad line change on that long change second period by the Moncton Flyers is a costly one.
Quinn Kennedy, second goal, second point of the Atlantic Championships, and we are square.
It was never going to be easy to win the Atlantic Championships.
No one said it would be. And regardless of who you're cheering for in this kind of a game, it is so hard just not to be hyped with the energy in this building, no matter who's putting the puck in the net.
Certainly is great energy by the traveling sections for both sides.
9:15 to go in the second period as Moncton plays it around the backboards. Patterson trying to get it out in front. Arnold gets the lone assist on that goal to Kennedy. For Arnold, that is his, I believe, second assist. Check the notes. Yes, second assist, third point of the tournament for Isaac Arnold of the Halifax Max. Tying things up here in the final game. Off a stick up in the air, it'll bounce down in front of Lorette. Not able to get the puck into the Moncton end. Halifax will try again. Long lead pass finds the mark. It's Abbas. Abbas fired, glove save made by LeBlanc.
Not much action for LeBlanc as it picked up in the past 2 minutes.
Yep, just that one gets him back to a .900 save percentage. 9 saves on 10 shots against as he makes that glove save. That's the only knock against the Moncton goaltenders in this tournament is they just haven't been all that busy sometimes. So we haven't really had the chance to see all that these guys can bring to the table. You don't want your goaltender facing 45, 50 shots a game, but at the same time, for the out players get to score goals and show off and make hits and that sort of thing. The goalies need shots for them to show off.
Yeah.
Moncton wins it. Played to the net. That's off the outside of the post. Bouncing puck found by Marco Martin. He's not able to drive it home. The post coming up big for the Max. Not once but twice here in the second period. Halifax with another long pass up ice. That'll bounce off McCullough. He's going to go off in a line change as Mumberket stays on to pressure. Mumberket gives a whack or two with the stick to Hendrickson, who protected the puck. It's back out center ice. Ledrew fires it in. Halifax will finish their line change as LeBlanc stopped it behind his net. Hendrickson gets hit. Puck goes into the corner. Max quickly back to the line. Aspridge trying to put it through. That's off the shin pads as Martin made the block. He's going to go off on a change as well as we get a play stoppage. The puck went into the Moncton zone. Icing was the call against Halifax as they hadn't cleared the line before making that dump in. 7:27 to go in period 2. 1-1 game. Luke Patterson in the first period for Moncton. Quinn Kennedy in the second period here for the Max. Welsh carries in. He's got Ledrew going toward the net. He'll send it in behind the net for Ledrew. Gives it back to Welsh. Gives it back to Ledrew. Looking for a man in front. Shortle is there. But taken into the wall goes Ledrew. Still battling for it. Shortle came in to help him out as it goes behind the net. Allen there for Moncton. Asbridge comes in off the point. Keeps it alive for the Max. Ledrew gets knocked down in the corner. The puck dug out from underneath him and then nearly put right back as Ledrew was getting back onto his skates. Ledrew wins the puck. Bashes it out toward the defense. Shot blocked again as Moncton continues to get legs in lanes. Shortle tries to work out and then move it to the side of the net. Ledrew into the front. Not a save. Great job getting across LeBlanc as he denies Welsh. And Moncton sends the puck down the ice. They'll take the icing call this time. 6:33 to go in a tied second period.
Samuel LeBlanc finally getting to show off his skill at these Olympic Championships.
As the momentum starts to shift in forward favor of the guys in red and yellow, Halifax now carrying the play after that goal. They're energized. Here's the goal scorer Patterson and that top line for the Moncton Flyers onto the ice. Halifax wins the draw. McMinn sent it around the boards. Halifax looking to center. Taken away by Gill of the Flyers. Up the boards but not out. McMinn held the line. Back behind the goal again. And knocked out by the Flyers. This will go all the way down the ice for another icing call against the team in white, red, and black. And all the noise coming out of the right side. That's the Halifax seating. That trumpet's been right under us throughout the entire tournament for Halifax.
Yep.
Blowing it loud and proud.
We'll take it.
No, I don't mind the noise, not one little bit. Oh, Coyne! The goaltender got across on the rebound. They can't follow up. Arnold was driving the net and couldn't put it in.
Beautiful save by Samuel LeBlanc again. In tight.
Crazy good chance for Halifax that they're not able to bury as it's sent down the ice again. And we get another icing call. No. Yes.
Yes, it has legs for an icing call.
Thought McMinn might get there. And could I give an attaboy to the referee as well? They don't get enough love. The ref was behind the net on that exchange, holding the dang thing in place to make sure the net didn't come off as the Max were going in on to goal.
Need to see more of that. Hold the net out here.
Full marks to the guy with the orange stripes on the sleeve. Well done.
Stepping up here at these
Making sure it's not something stupid like moving nets, deciding the outcome of the hockey game.
We certainly do not want that.
5:35 to go in the second period as Matulu able to keep it in for the Flyers. And back in a battle with the boss right in front of the Moncton bench. Martin trying to keep it in. It'll roll into the middle. Halifax will take it. Halliday flipping it ahead for Lorette. It'll fall to him. Lorette to the front. No, Abbas was going to the net, but he lost his footing and went down. No trip by Moncton. No penalties on the play. We've only had one in the game as that one changed direction, hit the goalie, and goes out.
And you can tell it's helped both teams. The flow of this game has been amazing.
And it really has been good because throughout the tournament, it seemed as each game went, we were getting more and more and more penalties. Things were creeping up more and more, but they haven't been here, and things are just flying by.
Which is great to see.
Yeah, only 25 minutes left in the 60 set for this championship final.
And you don't want to see a hooking or a tripping call deciding a championship.
Absolutely not. Hendrickson for the Flyers. McCullough hits his man, causes a turnover.
Or a checking from behind.
We've seen a few of those in this tournament, unfortunately.
Yep.
These things happen. Ahead to Finnegan on the left side. Finnegan will send it at goal, and that is stopped by Fleming.
And this is slowly coming back to a goaltenders duo between Fleming and LeBlanc.
Shots 27-12 in favor of Moncton, and just one puck in each net, despite a couple of very good opportunities. Moncton's hit the post a couple of times. LeBlanc has come up big on the last couple of Halifax chances here in the second period. It's been wild.
As Halifax sneaks in a change, when Moncton was not, so they get the matchup they wanted.
Point shot by Martin didn't get through. Halifax will get it out to Sam Ledrew. Jack Martin getting himself in front of Ledrew, who ended up putting himself into the wall. Halifax kept it in at the point. 2 Flyers, 1 Mac over there in the corner. As White tries to dig it out as Allen held up the man. He did so. White able to get it out. That's going to be an offside as it just crossed the blue line before Halifax had cleared. Everybody trying to get back out. Shortle left it on 1 dot, but the linesman's going to bring it back to the other one.
The Moncton coach doesn't seem to be using last change to his advantage. He's letting Halifax see what he's been doing.
If you're comfortable rolling lines, you're comfortable rolling lines, right?
Yeah.
It's just, we'll call that a sign of faith in his hockey team, the whole lineup up and down.
But I've seen last change used very tactically at this arena.
And he can't have Patterson, Collette, and Wheeler out there for 60 minutes.
No, he'd love to.
Yeah, you would. As
the referee holding onto the net.
Cormier was attacking the goal, denied on that attempt.
That was
Offside.
offside.
Yeah, Lorette jumped before Abbas could get in over the blue line.
Certainly no disputing that here.
Everybody playing with a lot of excitement, a lot of nerves, a lot of everything going on, and you can see the boys sucking wind as they get back to the benches after the shifts. Leave nothing on the ice. If you're not exhausted when this game is over, you did something wrong.
Certainly.
Halifax still offside. You got to come back.
Leave everything out on the ice.
Kennedy thought he had tagged up okay, but didn't. And then turned over as Arnold and Kennedy, the point getters for the Max, get in this time. But Moncton's got bodies back, all 5 guys. Arnold put hard into the boards. Had a man in front of the net. They're not able to get it in. They'll try again. O'Coin loses his footing, and then Allen trips up over him. Kennedy will come in. Thank you very much for the puck. Back to the line. Long shot wide. Halifax still in behind the goal. Out to the top of that circle. Kennedy not able to put it home. Another centering pass went right through a couple of Macs. The Flyers got it and sent it out.
And it does not have legs for icing.
No, it does not. Halifax will get back to it. 2:50 to go in the second period. Tied at 1. Long pass ahead to Arnold. Halifax waits up.
Just onside.
Yeah, O'Coin fell as he was trying to keep himself on the blue line. He did it. And now he's on the puck. O'Coin trying to hold on to it. Kennedy comes in to help out. Up and over Patterson. Ahead to Wheeler. Wheeler for the Flyers. Gave it to Patterson just over the line. Patterson gets himself a little space. Blocker save made by Fleming. Here's McCullough bringing it in for the Max. 1-on-3. He'll fire it from distance. And that'll be gloved down by LeBlanc, who holds on for a face-off at 2:18. Still to go in period number 2. 1-1 hockey game between these two sides. Champions of New Brunswick, champions of Nova Scotia. Only one can go to the TELUS Cup. Atlantic Championship trophy in the building, waiting to be presented to one of these two teams. And shot by the Max wide of the goal. McDonald keeps it in at the point. Fed in behind the net by McCullough. Mumberket will chase after it, but it's lifted high out by the Flyers. McDonald's got to go back into his own end with Lonsbury chasing him. McDonald doing a nice job to keep it away. Matulu was pressuring as well. Here's trainer McCullough. Dumps it in from the line. That'll be gloved down up high and then held on to again by LeBlanc. Not bad for Halifax. You're not going to score on something like that, or at least likely not. Let's face it, that one was 5 feet over the net. LeBlanc jumped up to get it, but you get a face-off inside the offensive zone. Now this time it's won by the Flyers and sent out. And look at Martin go. Marco Martin all the way to the corner before he blew a tire. Halifax will rush back. Shortle trying to get around Jack Martin. Ended up giving the puck off to Welsh. On his backhand here, he'll feed the point. That hit a leg as they tried to take the point shot. Just kept in on the line by Ledrew. Shortle into the corner along with Gill. Shortle leaves it for Ledrew. Lonsbury and Gill in there for the Flyers. Cannot clear the zone as Halifax holds on to it. Ledrew sending it in for Shortle. Gill hops over him, bangs it behind the net, but Halifax picked it back up. Max reversing direction into the corner. Lonsbury will find it for the Flyers, and it's another high flip out. Halifax will get it in over the blue line. Richard was there to stop him. And it's Noah Matulu, this time on the left side. Matulu fires at goal. Goalie got a piece of it with the glove. Too many men for Moncton.
And there it is.
The puck just came to them right in front of the bench as they were in the middle of that change. And the Halifax fans shouted immediately, too many. And, well, quite frankly, it wasn't hard to call. The coaching staff of the Flyers is arguing it, saying the player who was coming off the ice was off the ice. But there were a clear 6 on there as Moncton played the puck.
Yeah, and the referee called it before the fans screamed out.
Just 39 seconds to go in this second period as Moncton picks up their second penalty of the game.
As he sends Wheeler to the box.
Could be somebody who was on the ice at the time of the infraction. Second power play of the game for the Max.
Goal here would change the complexion of this game.
Sure would. They were not particularly dangerous on the first power play back in the first period, but the Max have had momentum for the last while in this hockey game. Trying to build on it as they give it to Zach Lorette. Tried to give it to McMinn, misfired. Maybe at the end of the period, little snow on the ice getting in the way.
Probably build up of snow.
Back in Lorette for the Halifax McDonalds. They'll get it back to the line. This one's on target. McMinn to the other side. That was not what was intended, as Ledrew failed to put the puck where he wanted. Moncton, Patterson shorthanded, unable to get clean control of it. Halifax coming back, 5 seconds. Fletcher goes down, and that'll be the end of the period. Halifax will have 1 minute 21 seconds worth of power play time to start period number 2.
Close one for sure, heading into the third period.
Shots are 29-13 in favor of the Flyers, but it's a 1-goal game, anybody's game. 20 minutes to go. Third period's on the way here in our championship final. Stay with us on AOTV. Period number 3 about to get underway. The championship final game at the Under-18 Major Atlantic Hockey Championships in Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador. Here on the Avalon Peninsula, surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, these teams battle for a spot at the TELUS Cup National Finals. Be held in Alberta next month. A tie game 1-1. Halifax with 1:21 worth of power play time to start this third period. Moncton with the only goal in the first period. Halifax with the only goal in the second. Kennedy for the Max. Patterson for Moncton. As the referee drops the puck in, we get underway. So Halifax working the power play. Only the second power play of the game, both for the Max and of the game in general. Now, too many men bench minor against the Flyers to set this up. Halifax at the point, McMinn. Over to the other side, pass a little bit too far for the intended target, but Abbas works to win it back. They'll get it back to the line. Halifax sends it through, took a deflection. Ends up falling to Moncton, and they're able to clear this out. Halifax gets quickly back on side and moves forward. Drop to Ledrew, who's trailing. Ledrew over to the other side, Welsh. Plays it across, nobody there. It'll be taken off the boards, back to Ledrew. McMinn, always out there, quarterback in the power play. Abbas right in the middle, and that's blocked. Number 24, always set up right in the slot on these Halifax power plays. Denied on this one. 22 seconds remaining in the man advantage. As the puck goes cross ice, taken off the boards and moved in behind the net for Fletcher. He'll give it right back to Welsh. Everybody a little nervous. You can hear things getting quiet as Halifax in front for Abbas. Not able to lift it up over the goaltender, and Moncton will fire it down the ice in the final seconds of the penalty. We are now 5-on-5 as Moncton comes back. Halifax 0 for 2 with the man advantage, and we stay 1-1 here in the early going of period number 3. Halifax, Halliday rushes to keep it in at the line. Couple of Flyers there. They'll lift it up in the air. It'll fall in front of Matulu. McDonald gets in front of him. Matulu does center. Too far for Lonsbury. Halliday chipping it out for the Max. That's way up in the air, and it does fall down. Takes a Moncton bounce as it comes onto the stick of Wheeler. Wheeler into the high slot. That goes off a defensive stick, up and out of play. Good job by Wheeler to find that loose puck and wheel himself into a decent scoring position. Shots 29-13 in favor of Moncton.
As the tension starts to rise ever so slightly.
You cut that tension with a knife. Halifax working that power play, and that was the only time this whole game the crowd's just been silent. Just, oh God, what's going to happen? I don't know if it'll be silent much more. Plenty of noisemakers, plenty of fans making noise. Plenty of locals not involved with either of these teams have come out to see it as well as Lorette sends it on goal. And a stick save by LeBlanc as he puts it into the corner. LeBlanc reaching up on his tiptoes here, trying to see over the crowd in front of him. Halifax doesn't take a point shot. They'll play it around the boards instead. It'll come back to Power at the point. This time he'll get it through. Save is made by the keeper. And Moncton's D does enough to get the rebound over to the wall. Finnegan, pressured from behind, causes a turnover. Good work by Fletcher as Halifax got it back in. Lorette goes after it in the corner. Fletcher there for support. Fletcher will get it into the middle. Abbas parked right there in the slot as he always is, but dispossessed quickly by the Flyers.
It's offside.
So things are stopped up. Just short of 3 minutes gone. In period 3, we are still tied at 1. You said right off the top of the game, Nathan, that this is probably a goaltender's duel.
Yeah.
That we were unlikely to see some sort of 8-7 hockey game, and while there's still plenty of time, I'd say your prediction was correct.
Yeah, unless it now gets out in the last 3 minutes again.
Hand pass. Well, we've seen the teams explode late in hockey games before, especially the Flyers. They have a way of finding that last bit of energy left in the tank when their opponents are worn down.
They have that way of surprising teams too.
So McCullough for Halifax sends it down to the blue line. That'll be turned back as Martin, big collision with McCullough. Marco Martin sends it in. It'll go all the way to the goaltender. He'll stop it and give it to McMinn. McMinn under pressure from Lonsbury, but he gets some support from Mumberket. They got it back to the line, but the Flyers kept it in. Lonsbury plays it to the back boards. McMinn getting it around. Yom goes after it, but it was kept in by Boudreau. McMinn one more time for the Max. Gave it to Ellis, and he'll get it ahead. Yom going after it. Yom trying to beat Hendrickson to it. Yom and Hendrickson both spin away out the side of the net. Nice job by Hendrickson to deny Yom. Turned back by Halifax. Moncton changing again. They don't have that long change this time, though, so they've got bodies on the ice. As Shortle goes behind the net. He was stripped of it in behind the goal. Moncton moves it forward on the wing. Carried in. Shot, strike. Big rebound came out. Patterson. And who was that? That was Fletcher that got himself in front of Patterson and denied him a chance to shoot with a wide open cage on that rebound.
Close again.
Big job by Fletcher. Or Halliday. Somebody.
Into
That
the
one's
Max bench.
into the bench. I'm sorry, I was just saying Fletcher many times. That was Halliday, number 10, not 12. You would think that at this point in the tournament, I would know who everyone is. I've called every game.
You have.
So Halliday with the incredible block.
I'm still
Hats off
surprised
to
you
him.
haven't lost your voice yet.
I'm a little surprised I haven't lost my voice. Off the post! Back out in front, no, hops over the stick. Moncton, point shot goes wide.
You saved it for the championship.
I may lose it before we get through this hockey game.
You might have to use me.
Doesn't have a stick. McDonald. It'll be picked up again by the Flyers. Halifax trying to provide some pressure.
As it's more or less a 5-on-4.
Back in front. Kept out by Fleming. And Halifax will get this one out. McDonald will get off the ice. And Halifax at least has 5 sticks again. Batted back in by Collette. Moncton going to change as well.
15 to go.
A little
Regulation.
under as Asbridge moves it up. I'm not going to use the R word just yet, but it may come into play later in this period. Moncton chance to go here. In for Cormier. Cooper Cormier snaps a shot. Rebound. No, denied. On the third one, they score! Preston Lonsbury! And the Flyers take the lead 2-1.
Bad defensive play by the Max as the Moncton Flyers crowd comes alive.
They got the first one, they got the second one, but finally just too many chances. Lonsbury puts it home. Preston Lonsbury getting just his second goal of the championships, and what a goal it is.
It could be the decider.
Still lots of time to go, but goals have been hard to come by in this final game. Halifax moves up the board, stripped by Moncton. Collette, he's got Cormier in the slot. Big block. Both Cormiers, Cooper and Brandon picking up assists on that goal to Lonsbury, his second of the tournament, has the Moncton Flyers in front 2-1 here in the final. Wheeler moves it forward, pass too far, Halifax will send it out. Not far enough for icing as Allen goes back to get it. Flyers with 37 shots in the hockey game. As Lorette tries to go low, denied by LeBlanc. Halliday for Halifax, plays it to the back boards. Moncton will jump on it. Jack Allen trying to turn away from Fletcher. Dangerous pass out into the slot, but just goes through everybody. Taken by Halifax. Lorette will let it go, and that one's blocked. Patterson trying to get off to the races. He's stopped by McDonald, stripped him of the puck. And the Halifax trying to send the puck back the other way. That hit the linesman and then fell in the door of the Moncton bench.
So that doesn't count as too many men.
No, definitely does not count.
But hadn't hit the linesman, maybe.
Well, if anything, when the door was open, the puck may have just decided to go for a line change itself.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's a win off the linesman.
Face-off will be just outside of the Moncton blue line here.
Has that weapon off the line with others?
Yeah, that's the point that it went out, so
Yeah.
fair play. Big battle off the draw. Halifax will finally get to it. McDonald putting it in.
See that as time winds down.
LeBlanc stopped it behind the net, left it for his defense. Moncton will just get it out to center ice. Halifax will turn it back in, tagging up. McCullough chasing Hendrickson. McCullough neatly takes it away. McCullough plays it to the front of the net, slapped away by Boudreau. McCullough will get another chance. Defender lost his stick for Moncton. Centering pass for Halifax. They can't connect with Mumberke. Moncton back on the attack. Matulu given no room by Halliday to get to the front of the net. It'll come out at the side. Halifax is there. It's Yom. Just playing the puck down the ice. Again, no icing here as Moncton picks it up. Halifax changes all 5 players. Moncton making changes as well as Gill gets to center and lofts it in. Power for the Max. In behind the goal. Turns it back the other side. Now back to the near side. Moncton, Sanchez in there pressuring. Trying to cause the turnover along with White. They will keep it in. Loose puck on the far side boards. Ledrew able to stop that for Halifax. And then given away right in the slot. What a save by Fleming as he comes out high at the top of the crease and kicks away the shot from White. Play is stopped as we go back to the neutral zone with 11:42 remaining in period 3. It's 2-1 Moncton. Reset, here we go. Halifax quickly on this puck. Max on the attack. Ledrew on the outside, trying to cut to the net. Ledrew plays it to the front, banging away at it, but the goaltender's got it. Welch was right there following up. And Sam LeBlanc, not a small goaltender by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
He takes up a lot of that net.
Certainly not a small goaltender at all. Both goaltenders are really tall.
No room to get that past him. LeBlanc making his 16th save of the game as Kennedy has to readjust his neck guard before we can drop the puck. Into the face-off dot versus Patterson. Moncton gets control off of the draw. Sent around the boards. Allen can change directions, put it back in behind the net. Martin plays it off the boards. Wheeler trying to get it out, stopped by Ellis. Behind the net again for Moncton. Over to the other side, Collette. Collette tries to lift it out. It was stopped off the body of Kennedy, but Moncton gets it back. Here they go. 2-on-2 out wide for Collette. Good defensive stick by McMinn. Out to Patterson. Patterson shot, save made by the keeper, and the rebound kicked over to the boards where nobody was on the other side of the ice. Hard after the puck goes Halifax, and they'll win control after they got it out from Allen, who was down on the ice. Big hit by Patterson as he drives down O'Coin. Ellis will knock down Patterson afterwards, just for good measure. Both teams trying to make a change here as the puck goes back to the neutral ice. Arnold provides a hit as Hendrickson sent it in. Halifax goaltender out of the net to play it, leave it for the D. Ellis around the boards, finds a man on the right wing, now to the left side. Abbas on the attack, that's offside as Lorette was in ahead of the play. 10:22 remaining here in the third period. Halifax needs to find another one to tie this game up.
They certainly do.
Trail by 1 against the Moncton Flyers. Zach Lorette able to win the draw for Halifax. Moncton trying to take it away, but Halifax did protect it. Good job by the D. Lorette ahead for Fletcher, just missed. All the way down. Goaltender put his arm up for icing. Not going to get that. Back out. Here comes Moncton. On the attack is Cooper Cormier. Boxed out well by Halliday. Can't say enough good things about number 10 for Halifax.
Been playing well.
Not giving anybody any inch. Every time he's on the ice, Moncton finds it harder to attack. Here's Richard behind his goal for Moncton. Gets it around to the other side of the ice. Cormier on the attack along with Sanchez. Will be thrown toward the net and save is made. Or that was Finnegan with the shot.
Less than 10 to go.
9:41. As that clock goes from 2 digits in front to only 1, it starts to creep in, starts to become a bit of a factor. Still tons of time for the Max to get back and tie this game.
Loads of time.
But it took them a long time to get 1 goal in this hockey game. Certainly Moncton won't make the second any easier. Halifax has now scored 2 goals against Moncton at this tournament. Moncton has 5, but we're not playing on aggregate. This isn't soccer. Yalm able to win that one and get it in for the Max.
Or European hockey.
McCullough follows up. Back at the line, Asbridge. Across for Power. Power trying to play it in, takes a bounce, and Moncton comes away. All by himself is White, puts it on goal, blocker save, and Halifax will pick up the rebound and send it back out to center ice. Martin fires it in. Fleming out to stop it behind the net again for the Max. Leave it for Asbridge. Halifax was changing some bodies. Moncton had just completed a line change as LeDrew finds Welsh. Welsh brings it in for the Max. Moves it forward for LeDrew. Player had gone down in front of him and blocked that shot by LeDrew. Right back on it though, number 7 gets it into the middle. Nobody home in red. Halifax working it well along the wall into the corner. Ellis fires it on goal and a glove save made by LeBlanc. Hard to hear myself over the noise, but a thank you to our game sponsor today. Our sponsor for this championship final, Justin Fancy Music. You can listen to his latest single, Better Than You, on all streaming platforms today. Thank you very much to Justin Fancy for your support of these under-18 championships. Matulu to the front of the net, and that'll be covered up by Fleming. Just the latest goal scorer, Lonsbury, was following that puck in, hoping there was going to be a rebound. Didn't get one off of Fleming.
Certainly creeping in now for both teams.
Halifax netminder giving his team a chance. He's got 39 saves in the hockey game already.
He certainly is giving them a chance to get another goal.
But the Halifax players need to help him out with a little more run support.
Certainly do, for sure.
Behind the net. Taken by the Max as Arnold looks to get moving. Patterson picked his pocket. Then Collette gets taken into the boards by McMinn. Halifax has another chance to come forward. Arnold across the ice to Kennedy. That's the connection that has the goal for the Max. Sent around by the Flyers, but not outside the zone. Second attempt, Collette reached behind, took the puck away, and throws his man to the ice. Here comes Patterson on the attack, one defender back. Patterson fell as he tried to come back to his forehand. Oh, great job by the D. McMinn made the block, and another one by McMinn as the goaltender was down and out, and they're going to call Boudreau for a trip for taking down McMinn. And the Moncton fans letting the referee hear it. That's only the second penalty other than the bench minor, which is not any particular player infraction in the game. The refs really have stayed out of it.
And they let them play.
I get their point that that's a bit soft. I don't know if I would have given that one, but
it's still a trip.
A trip is a trip is a trip, right? The stick went in the feet, he went down. And needless to say, the fans are going to argue anything with the stakes so high, right?
Yeah.
Halifax back in the power play. But they'll have to chase the puck back into their own end of the rink.
Stakes don't get hard in this other than the Telus Cup.
Long pass ahead. Halifax will force it over the line, but Moncton able to clear. Welsh is going to have to pick that one up at center and look for a way back in. 35 seconds gone in the Halifax power play as Abbas carries it in this time around. Taken away, Matulu sends it around the boards. This is going to get out, and Moncton will bring it down the ice. Lonsbury taken off his stick well by McMinn, who's having himself a third period. Fans shouting wheel, wheel, as Fletcher moves forward. He'll get in over the blue line for the Max. Fletcher puts on the brakes behind the net. Centering pass didn't work. He'll give it to LeDrew instead. LeDrew looking for open ice. LeDrew fanned on his shot. Put through from the point, and that's stopped by the Flyers. And Moncton will skate it down the ice, content to kill as much time as they can. Patterson shorthanded, stick saved by the keeper. Martin pushed off the puck in the corner. Halifax will send it ahead, looking for Abbas, but he was looking for a change. Moncton will backpedal, kill some more time as Gill sends it in. Max complete their line change. They've got 28 seconds left in this power play as Power picks it up behind his net. He's got Kennedy, Shortle, McDonald, and Lorette to work with as Kennedy trying to put it in. It goes off Collette, up and out of play. 5:47 remaining in the third period. 16 seconds worth of Halifax power play time. The faceoff's going to be outside the line.
It's 5:47 to go. It's going to be an interesting final five.
Max have had good momentum as the game has gone on, but it's Moncton who's found the goal, and they win that faceoff, getting it down the ice. That means Halifax is going to go 0 for 3 with the man advantage today. That may be the story when this one comes up at the end.
Yep.
But 5:30 to go, we're not done yet. Max move it to the boards, try to backhand it out and put it into their own bench. We'll stop things up and we'll do a face-off inside the Halifax end. 5:23 remaining. Shots are 44-18 in favor of the Flyers as they look for the insurance goal. And the man with the go-ahead goal, Lonsbury, goes into the face-off dot. He'll challenge Mumbercat. Mumbercat won the draw for the Max. McMinn sends it around the boards. McCullough couldn't get there as Matulu got to the puck first. No, Matulu knocked down. Moncton fans want a penalty. It's not going to get called as players collide again. Martin came in and hit McCullough. Driven back in by the Flyers, and it's McMinn behind his net. McMinn, long pass up ice. Not able to handle it cleanly. Arnold, Moncton will fire it back in. Stopped by Halifax. Long pass ahead from McCullough, well read by Gill. Gill sees he's onside, so he fires it in. Driving that one is Patterson as he jumped onto that loose puck and when in doubt, just slam it at the goaltender. Fleming able to hold on. 43rd save of the hockey game for Fleming. Wheeler, great speed, cannot hold the line ultimately. He did the first time, but enough Max were in the way to get it out. Wheeler will fire it back in. They can't say enough good things about Wheeler the way he's played at this tournament.
Oh, he's played great.
Lorette bringing it down the ice for the Max. Cleared back to the line, and it will get out. Halliday wasn't able to get there in time. Halliday back into his own zone for the Max. Wheeler shadowing him. It'll be sent cross ice. Patterson went after it, but it'll roll all the way out. Dumped back in by Moncton. They're going to make a line change. Keep fresh legs out there with 4:10 to go. Moncton in front one. Halifax looking for a way to move forward. Brandon Abbas and Fletcher along the wall as well. Halliday from the line. That redirected by Abbas, and it goes up and out. Getting sticks in front as that puck is driven toward the net. Trying to get that tip on goal. Abbas off the mark that time.
That's very crucial.
We're inside 4 minutes to play here in regulation. Now I'll use the R word.
Yeah.
2-1 Moncton Flyers. They've got 1 foot in Alberta at the TELUS Cup next month. They've got 3:46 to seal the job.
Which is going to be an even tougher competition.
It will be. It only goes up. I had a close look at the trophy earlier today. The last nameplate on it is 2018. It's the Moncton Rallye Motors Nissan Flyers. A job to keep that one in.
So there was none in 2019?
Well, maybe the plate's just not there.
Oh, okay.
The last one I saw was a 2018 plate, and then the next one beside it was blank, and the 2018 one said Moncton. They've been there before. They know how to do it. Shortle over center. He'll send it in. Going to turn and go off in a change. Goaltender out of the net, but he played it around to his defense. And Moncton will move it ahead. Collette coming through the neutral zone. Wheeler holds up, lets Collette skate in. Collette fires. Goaltender square to the shooter. Right on the chest, and there's no rebound off Cooper Fleming. Big time stop by the Halifax netminder.
And Salty is down by the Halifax Max bench.
Salty taken in the game. Our Whale mascot's been a big hit throughout this event.
Certainly has.
Who do you think Salty's pulling for in this game?
I don't know.
See, he doesn't have a Newfoundland team to cheer for here.
No, he doesn't. He does not have a Newfoundland team to cheer for.
Still rocking his Hockey NL jersey.
Yes, he is.
It's a proud Newfie. 2:40 to go in the hockey game. As Halifax picks it up, they'll play it back to the blue line here for McMinn. He'll move it in. Back to the blue line again as they try to get Moncton moving. Ellis sends it through traffic, goes just wide of the net. Played over to the sideboards, taken by the Flyers, and it's over the glove of Ellis and out. 2:22 remaining in the third. Halifax Fletcher picks it up as he was waiting for the stretch pass. Gives to O'Coin. O'Coin had it knocked off his stick by Allen. And taken by Lonsbury as he goes behind his net for the Flyers. Moved ahead. Flyers bringing it back down the ice. They'll dump in. Matulu taken into the backboards by Halliday, but protects the puck. We're inside 2 minutes to go. Because of goal differential going into the tiebreaker, Halifax did not pull their goalie to try to get a win in their last game against Moncton. If they get possession in the offensive zone here, you bet your bottom dollar Fleming's going to be going to the bench. Here's Abbas into the offensive zone. Abbas tried to play it to the net, took a deflection. Abbas still there, over to the other side. Nobody got wood on it, and it's off the glass and out. Matulu sent it away. Patterson racing after it. Halifax will keep the puck away from the tournament leading goal scorer, who's got one in this game. One more would be insurance. Here comes Collette. He's got Patterson with him. Collette over to Patterson, tipped it wide. 1:15 remaining for Halifax. Halliday stuck in his own end. He'll play it over to the side. Halifax trying to lift it in, did not work. Moncton only too happy to turn it back from center. Halifax will send it in, make a line change. Moncton changing up some bodies as well as we go into the final minute of period 3. Max need one to tie. McDonald in his own end needs to get up the ice in a hurry. 50 seconds now. Halifax having trouble getting through the neutral zone. That's a hand pass. Is that what stopped it, Nathan?
Yes, hand pass.
All right, hand pass. So we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. 46.7 seconds remaining. Does either team want their timeout? Doesn't look like it. Yes.
Yes.
Halifax will take it. There's Tim Boyce with the whiteboard, and everybody comes over. They can't pull the goaltender as the face-off is right outside that Halifax blue line. They've got to win this draw before they can set that up, get the extra man out there. We had Moncton with 1 foot in the final, and they're starting to slide that second foot in there as well as the clock ticks down.
1 foot into the Telus Cup, of all places.
Such an amazing achievement to be able to get out of the region and even get to that national championship.
It is a hard region to win.
There we go. 46.7 on the clock.
We don't have the luxury of Quebec where they win under the league.
No, these teams needed planes and ferries to get over here just to contend to the championships. Down the ice, it'll fall to Shortle. Shortle gets in over the blue line. No, Kennedy ahead of the play. Offside. Fleming had started to go to the bench, but the trainer will shut the door. 38 seconds remaining in the third period. Kennedy in to take the draw against Lonsbury. Goaltender looking toward the bench depending on what happens in the draw. Kennedy able to win it for Halifax. But Collette getting himself in the way, and he's going to force the goaltender to hold on to it. 31 seconds remaining in the third period. Face off in the Halifax zone. The Flyers slowly strangling the life out of the Max here.
We knew it wouldn't be easy. 2-1 game. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Flyers win the draw. Patterson took a shot that was blocked. 26 seconds as Halifax picked it up. Goaltender, you got to go. They don't really have a choice now. McDonald to get to center, lift it in. There he goes.
He's gone.
Off for the extra attacker. Moncton will pick it up behind their net. Gill holding it onto the back of the net. Goaltender reaching through to make sure it stays on the mesh. So face off inside the Moncton zone. Halifax has 6 guys out, but they've got 15 seconds left to find the tying goal. It's not a lot of time. Shots are 48-18 in favor of the Flyers. Shot 19 could send us to overtime. But the Macs got to win the draw here. They did. Flyers take it in behind their net. 12 seconds as the Flyers send it straight into the crowd, and luckily that railing was there.
Oh, we would have been hit.
Or somebody was getting a souvenir upside the head. At least in this final, in the final seconds, nobody's looking down at their phone. If the puck comes into the crowd, everyone's paying attention.
The Paradise staff is checking, and that 8 seconds.
Flyers win the draw. They're going to take it to the backboards. 3 Macs come in. Flyers come away with the puck as the stick goes flying. Final second. It's over. The Moncton Flyers are Atlantic champions.
They will head to Okotoks for the TELUS Cup in May.
The New Brunswick fans on their feet, waving the flag proudly as the boys celebrate in the corner.
As they are very happy as I get up to look at the celebration. Just as big as when my team won our high school championship in this arena.
What a job by the Moncton Flyers. They were the only team to go through the round robin, and now they've gone through the entire tournament perfect. 5-0, 4-0 through the round robin. They get themselves in the final, top seed, and they beat the Macs. Close game, 2-1. The Flyers controlled the bulk of the game. 48-18, the shots on net ended up in favor of the Flyers. You can't say they aren't absolutely deserving champions. Hats off to the Moncton Rallye Motors Nissan Flyers, the players, the staff, and everyone who made the trip, everybody watching on AOTV, cheering on this team. Well done all around, and they will be deserving Atlantic champions who will do us all proud at the TELUS Cup.
As you see some of the Max players, the graduating players of third years.
It happens for every team. It'll happen for the Flyers too. Maybe they do go out national champions, but eventually it does end. Yep. And it's always a tough pill to swallow when you reach the end of U18. But U21 is next. There's still opportunities.
Still tons of time, but your minor hockey career has sadly come to an end.
What a job by these hockey players. Hats off to the Halifax Macs as well. They did not have an easy road to get here. They showed up, had to play in the first game of the tournament against one of the Newfoundland teams.
As both coaches had a moment there.
They had a slow start. They end up dropping the opening game of the tournament. They had to play twice on that day. Adversity stacked against the Macs from the moment they got here. And they got here, they got the job done. They got themselves all the way to this game and a 1-goal game against the top seed here in the Moncton Flyers. They gave them everything they could handle. The Macs are a top-class organization all the way, and a big salute to them as well on a job well done, a job well fought, even if they come up just a tiny bit short. Don't let that sour you on the season you've had. Nova Scotia champions in the regular season and the playoffs, and all the way to the final game here. Congratulations to them as well. It couldn't be anybody else. Player of the game, Cooper Fleming for the Halifax McDonalds.
Well deserving.
It could not be anybody else.
Certainly well deserving.
And Preston Lonsbury with the tournament winning goal as player of the game for the Moncton Flyers. Lonsbury is called upon to take all those big important face-offs as well. Brings so much to the table. Congratulations to him, one of the assistant captains with the Flyers. And now we'll get the table and the red carpet out there. Watch your steps, Salty. He's used to being in the sea, not on the ice.
Hang on, wait for the red carpet. There you go.
So we've got some hardware to present. We've got tournament awards as well as the Atlantic Championship trophy itself.
And banner. Can't forget about the banner.
No, that will hang proudly in the rafters back in New Brunswick. There's already more than a few in that building.
Certainly is.
One more for the collection.
And no wonder where the trophy is too, because they have not brought that out yet. Unless they're going to get it. One of the tournament organizers, Chad, works harder than anyone.
He's been going nonstop. We've had a wonderful crew that have helped put this event together. Couldn't have asked for a greater group of guys to work with, helping plan out everything all along the way.
Certainly has been a great crew from the volunteer organizing committee.
The guys and ladies as well. We had some of the players, moms and dads, both involved.
As I think that's the trophy in the box.
Helping put this thing together.
In the box.
Everybody's been great.
Oh, championship hats, I think, as well.
Swag under lock and key.
Oh, I'd say everything is probably under. And there's the trophy.
There is the Atlantic Championship trophy.
And there's the hats. I'm not sure if they're special hats or the Atlantic hats or what they are. We'll see after the game.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Golden Girls Mountain Cross to Province. My name is Michael John, and I will be your pastor ceremony this afternoon. Before we start the awards, I want to say a great big thank you to our organizing committee and all the volunteers. Let me give a great big round of applause for the great weekend.
A huge shout out to all the people who helped put this together, especially you, Seamus O'Keefe, who's not here because he just had surgery.
Yep.
I know he's watching the stream. Seamus, thank you for all your help, who's head of the organizing committee.
Thank you, Seamus. As I see Blizzard goaltender Sean Hogan on the bench.
We're going to do the individual player awards before they get to the last thing will be the Atlantic Championship trophy. And yes, there are a few players in the house who are about to win some of these awards. MVP, scholarship, top forward, top D, top goalie, which we will give out. First award is top scorer, and there's no surprise on this. We know exactly who it is. Luke Patterson.
No surprises here.
No, he led the league he led the tournament in goals and points. Top scorer award. And added to his total here in this final as well. Luke Patterson, an amazing performance for the Moncton Flyers throughout these championships. Sean Hogan, the rookie netminder, is top goaltender for the Atlantic Championships. Hogan played in 2 games. He had a win in one of those, and he had the second best stats in the tournament other than the Moncton goaltenders. The difference was he faced triple the amount of shots.
He certainly faced a lot of shots.
Which was, we mentioned earlier in the game, LeBlanc and Farah both did outstanding. But when the goaltender doesn't get a lot of shots, you don't get the chance to show off. Hogan had the chance to show off. So
nice.
Congratulations to Sean Hogan on
as we wait the announcement.
Top goaltender of the tournament award. And it looks like the papers stuck together,
Oh,
and Hogan took multiple awards. He's also top forward.
Not to mention.
Cole Goss, top defenseman of the tournament from the Pinnacle Growlers. There were a couple of guys throughout this tournament that I said, especially on D, I swear this guy plays 60 minutes a night. He never seems to come off the ice. Goss was one of those and never puts a foot wrong. Top forward award. Fletcher of the Halifax McDonalds wins the top forward award. Congratulations to him. Put up a lot of points throughout these championships. Jacob Fletcher had 5 goals and 4 assists for 9 points, keeping himself in the conversation all the way at the top. Jelly from the Charlottetown Knights wins the Esso Scholarship Award, $500 from Esso. Congratulations, Jonah Jelly of the Charlottetown Knights. Well deserving. I know there were players from every team that were interviewed by a committee for that, and I overheard a few people talking about it, and they said Jelly really stood out. And finally, our MVP. Patterson back up. No real surprise here either, as he is the MVP. $500 prize from Telus as well, going with that award.
No surprises at all.
Patterson poses for more pictures, complete with the Atlantic Championship toques.
I will take off and watch the ceremony.
Big round of applause for both teams. Patterson up one more time. He is the captain, so he is there for the trophy presentation. The rest of the leadership group will come over as well for the photo. And the banner that will hang in the rafters as 2022 U18 Major Atlantic Champions. They try to squeeze Salty into the picture as well. There you go, Salty. And the Flyers can celebrate with the hardware now. They are 2021-2022 Atlantic U18 Major Champions, and they are off to the TELUS Cup next month to compete for a national trophy. Let's take some laps. Big thanks to Jeff with Division X being down at ice level right now, getting some video of the Moncton Flyers with the trophy. Patterson, the captain, taking in the moment. Now he'll hand it off. Who wants it next? Might be. I gave it to Weber. Weber, the only guy on all 5 of these teams without a name bar as he's called up as an AP. He's had a couple points, including a goal at these championships, number 24. Now the goaltender gets his moment as well. All the Moncton parents on the ice snapping photos as well as LeBlanc raises the trophy high. Everybody's coming to center ice. We know what this is going to be as they all get together around the trophy and the banner and take the team photo. Patterson was just over talking to some of the Halifax players who haven't left the ice yet, congratulating them on a tournament well done. Now they'll place the trophy and crowd everybody around. Tradition started by the great Oilers teams in the NHL in the 80s because they knew Wayne Gretzky would be leaving. Brought everybody together for a big commemorative photo. Now it's one of celebration. For the Moncton Rallye Motors Nissan Flyers, a big cheer out of the players, out of all the parents down there on the ice. As phones flash, capturing the moment. And now Jeff from NL Division X, our tournament photographer, who's done such a great job telling everybody get in there. Moms and dads too. You're all part of the team. It doesn't happen without you. From drives to the arena to hockey schools, everything all up along the way. Without everybody's support, these players don't get to this point. So get everybody in there. And let's take the photo. Celebration all around, nothing but smiles. For the Moncton Rallye Motors Nissan Flyers, Atlantic champions 2021-2022. Jeff's got to back way up to be able to get everybody in this shot. It's a wide angle. One more, you're not done. So congratulations one more time. The East Coast Blizzard, the host team, the Pinnacle Growlers, the Charlottetown Bulk Carrier Knights, the Halifax McDonalds, and our Atlantic champions, the Moncton Rallye Motors Nissan Flyers. A fantastic tournament was had by all. This was one of those events where no one got run out of the building. Every single team won at least one game. It was competitive all the way around. It was a heck of a lot of fun to be a part of. And the Flyers put on a fantastic show as they run the table, a perfect 5-0 on their way to the title, a 2-1 win over Halifax here in the championship. Don't know off the top of my head where this tournament heads to next. Of course, it rotates across the 4 Atlantic provinces each year, so I guess we'll see you back here in the island in 4 years in Newfoundland and Labrador. In the meantime, the Flyers now to get ready to head to Alberta to compete for nationals. Thanks so much for joining us on AOTV. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. My name is Matt Little, and for the entire team here at AOTV at these Atlantic Championships, enjoy the rest of your weekend. One last time from Paradise, the score in our final, Moncton 2, Halifax 1, as they take the Atlantic title here in Newfoundland in 2022.